Congressman Matt Gaetz represents the state of Florida. He watched carefully today. He joins us tonight. So if you were to sum up what we learned today from these hearings, and they were touted throughout the day as pivotal, a bombshell, an IED, a blowtorch, what would be your summary?
Donald Trump is skeptical of foreign aid, and permanent Washington loves foreign aid because it allows politicians and ambassadors and government bureaucrats to do our favorite thing, give away other people's money. And Donald Trump was especially concerned about the Ukraine because it was the third most corrupt country in the world. And of course, everyone in permanent Washington wants you to believe that Russia is always our enemy and Ukraine is always our friend, when the reality is far more complex than that. Republicans did their best work today when they drove a wedge between that which Gordon Sondland presumed in his wisdom as sort of part of the diplomatic world and that which he actually heard and saw. And I think that Mike Turner, John Ratcliffe, Jim Jordan did a great job showing that the only direction that Ambassador Sondland got from President Trump is that President Trump didn't want anything. He just wanted Zelensky to fulfill the commitments in his campaign to clean up that country. But you know what? It just didn't sit well with permanent Washington, and that's why the show goes on.
So that, I mean, would you say that that's really the takeaway, that this is a debate about policy cloaked in a lot of high-minded language designed to sort of hide the ball from the rest of us? But it's really, they don't like what Donald Trump wants to do with American policy toward Ukraine and Russia.
It is the worst kind of groupthink that I hear this show is an enemy of. And I think in Sondland, you see another element of Washington emerge. Sometimes people speak with the president, a couple times, and then all of a sudden they get the sense that all of their own beliefs are then the president's beliefs, and that they can go and say, well, because I have surmised some conclusion on the global stage, and because some weeks ago I spoke to the president, I can say, oh, in fact, it is my belief that this ought to be the case from the administration standpoint. The reality is far different. I think in Gordon Sondland, you see someone who was an intermeddler, who was a bit out of his lane, and someone who never, ever got direction from the president or anyone else in the administration to engage in a quid pro quo for aid. And the media, what they do is they try to conflate what someone's feelings are or what their belief is about policy with what they actually observed and what would be admissible when you're trying to scrutinize evidence in something as serious as getting rid of the duly elected president of the United States.
Congressman Matt Gaetz of Florida, thanks for joining us tonight. Appreciate it.
Thank you.